I think football's about entertaining. Like, it's like gladiators, you know, like when you used to go watch the gladiators in the olden days, and it was like all these people had come to be entertained. It was more than just like fighting each other to the death. It was like entertainment. My dad's a Liverpool fan, and like from a pretty early age, I realised how funny it was to wind him up. So we kind of, my mum was like, Sport United, go on, and he was like, Sport Liverpool. So I went at Sport United because at first, just to kind of, when I didn't know who played or what football was really, it was just to wind him up really. All my like, cousins and stuff used to support United, so they were mad about him. And my cousin, who's now an electrician, he always saying to me, get a real job, quit, the band's doing terrible, and we kind of rib each other. He had trials for United, and like he could have played for him, and then he met this girl who sent him off the rails and stuff. So he ended up being an electrician, and he's not much good at that either. I always remember the 99 game. That was kind of the one that stuck in my memory, the Champions League 99 game when they turned it round. When you go into school the next day, all your mates will be ripping you, you got beat and stuff like that. So I always remember that being around it. And I remember being gutted because they were losing, and it was like last minute of the game, and I was like, they're not going to pull it back, I'm going to get ripped in school. And then they pulled it back and won it, and I just ran in school like that. I went to watch a game with my dad, the first ever game I went to, and I can't remember how old I was. We were against Nottingham Forest. Every time United would score, I'd be up out my seat, and I was only kidding. My dad would be sat there like that, because he's a Liverpool fan, and he was just trying to make me happy. And then we had these two big meathead skinheads in front of us, and I was getting up every time. And they started realising he wasn't getting up, my dad. He turned to my dad and he went, get up and cheer for your team, you know what I mean? Like, get involved with the match with my dad. And I like, not knowing what I was doing, I said to him, like, he won't, he's a Liverpool fan. And they both like looking at him like that, and my dad was like, yeah, gonna get killed tonight. We went to the game the other week and we were playing around the ground, and I was just sat there like 60,000 people, and I was kind of like waiting for somebody to notice me, but obviously everyone was just eating their pies and that, they weren't even listening. And I was just in the middle of the ground like 60,000 people. I was like, we're booming out of here, and no one was even looking at me. I love Paul Scholes, but I remembered how good Ruud the Dude was, Van Nistelrooy the other week. He's the man as well. He looks like he should be on Coronation Street, Ruud van Nistelrooy, doesn't he? He's got one of those Coronation Street haircuts. But I like Welbeck. I love Welbeck now. It makes me laugh. He's one of my favourite players. He's dead funny. And he's just, I love hearing him in his interviews and stuff like that. But he's obviously not the greatest yet. Michael Carrick, everyone loves him, and I just don't understand it. And my cousins love him, and they're all mad into football. And he's not the playmaker; he's the person who plays it to the playmaker. And I was just like, well, what's the point in that? When I watch football, I watch it for like entertainment. I don't know if he's supposed to be like the Keane of now, but Keane was like nuts. I've never seen Michael Carrick win a slide tackle or a header. He's the first on the team sheet, isn't he? So he must be doing something right. So he's my least favourite player of all time. Over any other team, even if it was like Suarez when he was biting people, I'd prefer to have him on the team than somebody passes it to an inch further. I like players like Scott Parker who look like they're about to have a heart attack, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I like Harry Redknapp, Harry Bumchops, because he just looks like he's going to explode all the time. Roy Hodgson? I don't. If he wins the cup now, and there's going to be my kids are going to see photos of this manager, I don't think he's got that look. But I think if Harry Redknapp won it, I could see him winning it. Do you know what I mean? He looks like the man for the job. If he was in charge of England, he'd win it just based on his personality. I like Ferguson, but towards the end I thought he was getting a bit senile, and I know I'm probably going to get killed by United fans for saying that, but we'd be losing 4-0 and he'd bring like a right back on, or a keeper or something. His subs were all mental towards the end, and he was freaking me out a bit. Well, I wanted Jose Mourinho, I thought he'd be the one, because I wanted to sing that tune, that Jose Mourinho when he came. And I thought it'd be funny if Chelsea didn't get him. They're called United, they're supposed to stick together, and then everyone's flying planes over the Old Trafford saying get him out and that. But his hair, he's lost all his hair colour. He looks like the back of a Yorkshire pudding now, he's that stressed. He looks all creased up and that, doesn't he? I'd rather lose 5-0 or 5-4 and have a massive exciting game than win 1-0 and grind it to the end. Like I quite like David Moyes now because it's funny, it's up and down, and like everyone's going nuts and flying planes over the ground to wind him up and stuff like that. I'd much prefer it, it's a much better laugh. And my dad's enjoying it because he's finally beating me for a change.